Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020 Career Mode, episode 126. And we're just rolling through episodes these days, so we're staying busy. And if you haven't figured it out by now, with my new Champion series, this one and that are just alternating days. So every other day is when to expect a new episode on this one, as we're back on a Monday for this, which is the traditional slot that we've had throughout the series. The breakaway has still not firmly established. You can see the front of the field right there at that sprint point, and the battle behind it to still establish whatever the group is for the day. So, a lot of fatigue in the Peloton, and we haven't even hit the first climb. And we've got 3 large climbs on today's stage, so ouch. This could be quite painful if a group is not established soon. Also, Johnson, Smith, Millar with huge negatives today, but the one that really counts, Rodriguez does have his stock +2, and so that's helpful. That's helpful, and you could see actually just how quickly the gap has blown up, enough so that I really need to check on this thing. How many riders? There's 11 riders away. Latour, Pinot, Haig, Formulo, Zeta, all in the break. Don't want them getting too far away. What kind of... I'm not worried about winning stage today. Let's get up there and kind of check on the times of the 11 that are away before that gap really blows up. All right, here we go. So Latour, 41 minutes down. We got 16 for Ralaconis, 22 for Haig. Zeta is 11:49 in 15th overall. 11:49 is the time to watch out for. That's the front group. Isn't there one in between? Oh, okay, there he is. Okay, so 12 minutes. That's plenty. I am not worried about those guys claiming the stage and or having a large gap ahead of us. Then we don't have to worry about that. Then we're just riding focused on GC for the day. 120k to go. We're going to let that thing get out. I got no problem with them starting with 10 minutes. We will eventually come back at them. So up to 10 minutes, I'm not concerned. After that, then I'll worry about setting tempo with our guys who are the weak links of the day. I'm a little worried about how many guys are struggling today. Berwick with a +4, Killen with +1. Outside of Telford, those are actually my weakest guys. So we are lacking a bit of support for Rodriguez today. He himself, though, looks good. Looks like he can handle himself, but we're going to have to really be careful about energy management. Gap is to 9:15 now, so we are approaching that 10-minute mark. This is an Alls Cat. This is a time where they could really, really open that gap over this climb, and they've already pushed that 10 minutes. So let's switch this up a little bit. Millar, go ahead and protect Rodriguez. Who did that leave open? Berwick. Oh yeah, I'm fine with Berwick being the one who's open. 71. Okay, and gap is holding. Telford, very weak climber. He's only a 62, so this is going to hurt him, but it's not going to hurt the Peloton much. Gap's actually still going out, and other teams are stepping up. That's good. Let him recover a little. Okay, there's one really steep section. He's not recovering so well. In fact, he's not recovering at all. Riders are being dropped. Base has definitely been picked up, so we're not the only ones who have decided that enough is enough on that gap. Bad for Telford, as he certainly doesn't have much energy. Smith, dang, Smith, what's going on, son? Can't handle the climb. You're 71. I'm crashing out before Telford. Telford out the back. Even Johnson. It's an Alls Cat. It's a big climb. Millar hanging in there. He's just a good enough climber, even though he doesn't have energy. Same with Johnson. He's hanging in there. Smith can't handle it, though. He's not a strong enough climber. Approaching the top here. Gap still at 10 to 11 minutes as we we hit the snow cap and go over the top, we will get recovery. We've got 6 riders left, and in terms of what is here, we got Berwick looking really good today. So Killen is going to be taking over protection of Berwick. Let's go ahead and get some water before it's too late here. Oh, slow down for a second. Let's get that water going. Killen's already recovered, so you're a good man to drop back and get that before too long. Hopefully he can at least get that before we start going uphill. It's only 57 left in the Peloton. Dang, I didn't realize it was that small. Killen, don't open that gap too far. Come on, get through, because there's the climb. And we're already on it. Killen wasting a little energy having to recover. There we go. Water done. Oh, not yet. Millar, there we go. Okay, let's also step this up just a little bit. We'll say 80. Cat 1. Peloton coming back together a little bit. Smith is 4 minutes back, so he will not recover. I thought I put you on auto, but okay, there you go. Now, I'm not worried about leaving anybody behind. We have the lead. I still don't make us favorites. So my job is to get Rodriguez to the end, and if we're in those final kilometers, then we can think about taking a little time against others. For now, this is purely about survival over these next 2 days. So this is the Tour de France. It's stage 18 if you have missed recent episodes. Stage 19 is also a big climbing stage, and then stage 20 is the time trial. 21, of course, Champs-Élysées. So this is the last 3 competitive stages for us. Rodriguez does have the yellow jersey, but it's by mere seconds. Very, very tight at the top too, and it's very tight across... Oh, okay, it's not very tight, but it's still rather competitive across the first, let's say, 8 riders, I want to say. Millar, not much left. Let's go ahead and gel up for you. Try to hang on for this one. Johnson and Killen, same thing. As long as there's no acceleration, we will be okay to the top of this one, and this group of 62 could stay about the same. 3K to go to the top. And there you go, 9 seconds separating us and Brian Barrow in second place. And we do have a little bit of a gap behind that, but it's only a little bit. Ooh, did not mean to go that far back. There you go, back on up here. Millar fading, 1K. He's not going to make it. He's not going to make the top, is he? Nope, Millar's done. Johnson, Killen. Oh, I thought they were going to make it. Come on, you guys. Just missing that split. And we're left with 3. Okay, again. Get some water last time. No, never mind. Just leave them be. So, just 49 riders here. Again, front riders, they have a pretty sizable gap. It's 11 minutes. The pace on this climb is going to be a lot hotter. Those guys have been out front for a long time. You can see they are split up a bit. There's at least 4 of the 11 off the back, so no more than 7 riders up front. And they've been working, so they will not climb as fast as we are. Gap's at 10:40, so Zeta is not going to suddenly find himself in the yellow jersey or threatening us for that yellow jersey, but they are going to have a fairly sizable win on the stage today. So the descending is done. We got our 3 guys in strongest position. We got Killen and Johnson. Yeah, minute 38 behind. They're further behind than they were. Okay, right now they're all set to solo, and that's probably not a good thing. Let's get Ginn on Rodriguez. And then I want Berwick following. And for now, we just sit on group of 50. Obviously, the contenders are all going to be here. Not much climbing in the early stages of this one, and in fact, we're not even on the official climb just yet. Galibier. Climb itself, 20 kilometers, 5.5% average, 13.6 at the top. Not that steep of a climb, certainly not like the Allscat we had earlier on, but it's still pretty significant. Front group is completely broke up. Gap's already down to 9 minutes, so again, there goes that no worry of a threat. Arnsman working at the front, doing that chase. I'm not too worried about conducting much of a chase on that group. I'm very much just focused on trying to get Rodriguez to the top at the same time or before these guys around us. Killen and Johnson have split up. Still 2.5 minutes back, so no, they will not regain contact. Or will they? Why don't you contribute? What happened to Johnson? Why don't you contribute? Johnson, get up there. You're only a few seconds behind. I'm going to get him there, and then I can see the group ahead. There's still no chase. They're still not on the climb, so they're okay. Come on, Johnson. There's still a tiny chance that these guys could contribute if they can make it back.
There's an attack in the group at the front.
Nope, that's front group. That's not us. Not us. Not worried about that one. Okay. Alright, back up here where it matters. These guys are 2 minutes back. Okay, not much of a chase right now. Again, it's holding it just 9.5 minutes.
That's really
was that an attack? That is McNulty trying to attack. But others chasing him down. It's the minor positions. There's one key guy, Barrow, that we have to focus mostly on, but there's others that we'll have to watch out for, but certainly not McNulty, who's down in 8th. That little acceleration opened the gap back here, so that's probably not a good thing. Let's just reset them. Auto. Their chance of making it back went away. We're slowly bringing in breakaway riders, so we're not losing anybody. We're well into the climb already, by the way. Again, we'll have to use that gel before too long. It's slowly getting steeper, 5.4%. Kind of coming up on that average, and nearly, not quite, halfway through the climb. Still pretty gradual for a while. Okay, Gid, gel. Not going to last a whole lot longer. We are starting to drop some riders. Again, front group's totally broke up. Gap's down to 8 minutes, so it's going the right way. Chase has come out of this group, but CCC now taken over. Barguil, 6.5 minutes down. McNulty, Tish-Benut.
Counter-attack by Tish-Benut.
Alaphilippe's a little more worrying. 2.5 minutes. 2.5 is not much. It's the other guys that don't bother me. Oh gosh, there's more. Champassin. 4th place, 2:05. Yeah. Okay. That's the response. We need to respond to that. Gin's gel should kick in here in a moment. Just gradual. Right now we're not losing anything.
Counter-attack by
Lumen, Hamilton, Trentadue, Jade. There's Lopez, so there's Ineos now committing. Okay. That's it for Gin. On to Berwick. Saving Rodriguez. It's still 10K. We've got a long ways to go, and you can see that those guys have been pulled back. We do need to ease to the front. But just ease. Okay, Berwick goes to the front. Keeps pressure on. Some of those guys might go straight out the back now. And they do, down to 29. Back up to 34 though. There's Zeta. So he's no longer a threat. Here goes McNulty again. But Alaphilippe is going with him, so we do need to respond gently. 7K to go.
Only 5
Through
kilometers left.
Shampison. Okay, that's our number 4 guy. So next acceleration.
The
And
riders are in a portion above 10%.
down to 2. They have 2-minute gap though. 2.5-minute gap. Alaphilippe's coming back. McNulty rides on, but he's 4.5 down. Carapaz is going. Carapaz, he's only sitting 11th. Okay. McNulty, the last one left up the road. I'm not worried about McNulty. We're down to a group of 20. Berwick, done. Back to Rodriguez. Berwick's gonna fade.
Falling behind. A team leader is falling behind.
And we're down to 11 riders, and Berwick has gone out the back. With him, Mark Hershey, Mernick, who sits 13th, Hamilton, who sits 12th. In our group, we still have Tish Benut, 9th, Barguil, 10th, Andrade, 5th. Gotta watch out for him. Shampison, 4th. There's Uman. I didn't realize Uman was in 3rd. Alaphilippe, 6th. There's Barrow. And that's probably who I need to just follow. Oh. No. There you go. Carapaz. Supposed to be leading this thing. There's Trent to do. Mernick doesn't bother me. McNulty doesn't bother me. He's 424 down. This is all that's left at the front. Bowden is leading this thing. Half an hour behind. He's got a 2.5-minute lead, too. So these guys, not big gaps. Not chasing. However, we got to keep an eye on that gap to...
Acceleration by
We got to keep an
Barguil.
eye on that gap with... Okay, we need to follow. Carapaz, big acceleration. That closes it back down a bit. I was taking position here. What happened to your take position here? Come on. It's because I'm blinking red. There you go. Down to 10 in the group. Almost back to Mernick. McNulty. The name I couldn't find a second ago. We're about to get our winner, aren't we? Oh, we're 1.3k away. Well, shoot.
He dug deep inside himself
Gel,
to
come on. I
earn
clicked
this
on it like 6
victory.
times. Ease forward, ease forward. It's time, it's time, it's time. Come on. Come on, leave these guys behind. Leave these guys behind. 600 meters. Okay. Attack for the finish. Bowden takes the win. Raluconis, who was the one who was like 16 minutes down. We're going to get 5th on the stage. McNulty gains a little time. So does Haig. Was Haig one of the top 10? I don't think he was. No, he was in the break. So we beat Barrow by a small amount. We beat Uman. And McNulty was 4.5 minutes down. I wasn't worried about him. We let him go. He does gain a little time, but very little. But yeah, we actually just took more time out of our competitors. We definitely had a couple bike length advantage, and that will be a handful of seconds. I didn't realize we were that close to the finish already. I mean, I thought Bowden was still 6 minutes ahead, so we hadn't even gotten to finish line. When he went to cross finish line, I realized we were only 1.2k away. I could have A, gelled up a bit earlier, and B, I definitely probably could have grabbed some more seconds than I did. I did not realize we were that close to the finish. I was still very much focused on the tactical mind games that everybody was playing back and forth and just conserving. I stated my objective. My objective was clear. Play defensively and attack late if we had the energy to do so, which we did, but I would have attacked a little earlier than I did. who's certainly capable of more. Hopefully we gain 8-10 seconds. Okay, so Bowden takes the stage. McNulty was, just 30 seconds up. So again, he's 4 minutes down. Not concerned about him. Time trial wise, he's only a 73. So a 4-minute gap over him is plenty, as long as we don't blow up on the next stage. So we go 3:17 down. So there's your measure of the gaps. Barrow 9 seconds back, so we double our lead to 18. Uman 20 seconds down, so we add 20 to our lead over the third place man, and everybody else even further back. So we do gain some time today. All in all, definitely a good result. Like I said, it probably could have been a little more, another 15 seconds maybe in it, if I had realized that we were that close to the finish. But all in all, definitely not a bad result. It's a good result. So 18-second lead over Barrow. Uman almost 2 minutes down now. Shampson and Andrade at 3:05, still on same time, amazingly. McNulty right there at 4 minutes is 6th place, so he moved up a couple spots. Trentadue, Alaphilippe, 7th and 8th. Alaphilippe drops from 6th to 8th. I think those two swapped places. Benoot at 7, Barguil at 7. You got to say those guys at least are out of reach now. I do think it might have been 9 riders who were within reach, and now we're looking at maybe just 8. After next stage, we're definitely looking at maybe just 3 if the times were the same as they are now. After all of this, I find myself in the lead of the KOM, 57 points with Rodriguez, but it's still very tight. Quinn Simmons, you got to figure he's going to be in the break on that next stage, going for it. Bowden now up to 53. So that's somebody who might be going for it as well. Haig might still be up for that. Konis might be too far back. I don't know how many points are available on that next stage, but you figure a few of those guys are going to be in the break going for it. But depending on how that next stage goes, we've got a shot at that as well. But I'm definitely not thinking about the KOM. Only thinking about the general classification. Third as a team. We moved ahead of Ducati Quick-Step on that stage, I believe. I think they were ahead of us last time. We were 4th by a few seconds. Stage 20. Alpe d'Huez on this stage, so it's the big one. It's a queen stage. Sorry, stage 19, not 20. But huge climbs ahead of us. The Galibier, and then Alpe d'Huez to finish. 13K. Yep. Whew, okay. Fun times are coming. Rodriguez +1 today. 84 mountain, 80 resistance. Okay, I like our chances. Berwick.
Counterattack by
Berwick on a fitness peak. And he draws a -5. Ouch. Ouch. Telford on a -2. We got a... Okay, we're not too bad. I'm looking at a lot of red up here at the top, but go down the list a little bit, and we've got some help. We've got some support. Johnson, 81.78 today. We will definitely be relying on him. Ginn not looking so good after his efforts yesterday. Resistance is definitely down. Killen looking really good. Still only 78 on the mountain, but 80 resistance is going to be very helpful for us. So we're going to get Telford. Go ahead and protect Killen. Let's go ahead and also step this up as the chase for the break is going on. All right, not much action for a little while. I'm going to at least push forward quickly to the Galibier through time lapse, because this is going to be a very long episode if I don't find some cuts here and there. Looks like this is a no breakaway type stage. It's really short. There's only 85K left to go. We're going to get water over the top of the climb, and that'll be that. And then set us up for that final climb. But not allowing a breakaway to get away. That attack minded Peloton is destroying this field. Telford already on the verge of getting dropped. There's already riders that have been dropped even though we just started the stage. Keep an eye on who's out front. No worries there. Expected riders. And we go over the top of the first category climb of the day, which of course anywhere else, that's Allscat. Super hard. But today it's the weaker of the three climbs.
Is now more than 2 minutes ahead of the peloton.
This is your short, dangerous stage where a lot of damage can happen early. Rodriguez, full strength. Johnson, Millar, full strength. Killen, looking good. Position recovering for a lot of these guys. Telford is fading. Who was he protecting? It was David Killen.
It always happens at the wrong moment.
Yeah, 78-80. He will be taking over duty. In fact, I want him to follow Rodriguez, so he's prepared to take over when that time comes on that. Berwick, not going to last much longer. Let's go ahead and get him on his gel. We're going to get Smith on his gel soon. We are on the Galibier now, so hold the Galibier, 6.4%, 17.6 kilometers, 2,500 meters, almost 2,600 meters of climbing. Really only a couple steeper sections, but it's the length and the relentlessness of it that does the damage. 11K to go on the climb. Berwick still hanging in there. Telford still has not been dropped, but that's about to happen. 140 in the peloton is quite surprising at this point. 70K to go.
The pack has taken its foot off the gas. The team leaders can't be too worried about the breakaway.
Breakaway just 243 to them. Again, not worried about what they're going to do if they win the stage or not. Really just focused on trying to hang on for the GC, because if we can gain time on Barrow today, I like our chances. If we're in the same place, we're absolutely looking at a top 2, but Barrow's great time trialist, so next stage is going to be really important on that part. But if we lose time today, depends on how much we lose on where we're at, what our chances are. 64K to go. They need the water, but we're not quite to the top. We got 4K to the top. You guys are going to have to try to hang on. Please, please. Okay, that's it. Back of the group is Millar right now. Here goes Berwick. Berwick fading. 2.5K. I'm not sure Berwick's going to make it. 110 riders still. Surprise. Very surprised. Pace isn't that bad, but it's a hard climb. Period.
This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
1K to the top. Everybody desperate for that water.
That's half the race
one left.
There should be a lot more
That's
movement
a lot of
from now
riders.
on in.
And over the top, 98. Okay, Berwick, I want him to do the water, but he doesn't have the energy for it. Why don't we get Smith? Ooh, splits, please don't split like that. Okay, Berwick can recover. Nice long descent, so we'll take it care of. The one thing to worry about, though, is how soon are they all going to go get water, because, like Millar, trying to do so now, try to keep him to the front. I need to catch this as they do so. Stop that from happening.
It's now more than 2 minutes. The peloton seems content to let it grow. The pack is
Berwick, Smith, the only ones that are struggling a bit. Millar,
this is the last third of the race. The team leaders
There's
have their minds fixed on today's goal.
There's Smith with the water. Come on, get through before these guys all go and try to get water themselves. Like Rodriguez is trying to do right now. He's here. Why are they... Gin's behind him. Why is Gin trying to go get water? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Stop. Stop, you idiots. Rodriguez, stop. Oh my goodness. And they didn't accept the water. Smith came through with water, and most of these guys don't have it. So now we're going to have to rely on Berwick. We've got some splits. Is he even going to get the job done?
Now they're riding, and the gap is melting away. The pace is really hot, so for the moment, we shouldn't
Okay,
see
Gin
too
got
many
water
attacks.
from Berwick. Go back forward again, please. Ay, 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 this is frustrating. And we're not that far from Alpe d'Huez. We don't have time for this. Now Killen's trying to go back and get water. Now Rodriguez again is trying to go back and get water. Stop. Stop. Your teammate brought you water. Accept it. Berwick. Come on, speed up, dude. Speed up. These guys are absolutely flipping out. Now Johnson going again. Oh, come on. Just get the water. Berwick, just do it. Please. This is by far the most frustrating mechanic in this game, besides the time gaps. Alright, well, Berwick, do your flippin' job. No, 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 no. Rodriguez, stay. Berwick, just hand him water. Berwick, please. Please, thank you. Oh, jeez. What a nightmare. Alright. Johnson, Killen, what are you doing way in the back? Come on. Get back up there. Let's recover. Let's sort this out. We got 60 in the Peloton, 3 off the front, just a minute 56. The 3 riders, Bowden again, Haig, and then Youngles.
Oh my, the guys
And
up front
we've got
are
a
gonna
small
make
valley
a
to
joint
cross,
race today.
and then we're heading up the Alpe d'Huez. So we really need to get this sorted out very soon. Johnson's still trying to bring water one more time. And then here is Killen. Johnson. Just cancel. Okay. Let's figure this out. I've got 6 riders up here, so I can use 3, protect 3. Rodriguez, obviously. And we've got Berwick on him. Smith to protect Millar. That leaves Johnson and Killen. 81. Okay, 78, 80. Why don't you take over on Rodriguez so you hold out for a while longer, and then we'll put you on Johnson. And there you go. Set everyone to an 82. Alpe d'Huez. And I've got some firepower. And there's only 49 here. 15K to go. This is going to be high tempo. We need to step this up a little bit. Here we go. Here we go. Okay.
This climb features some dreadful percentages.
Gap's already down to a minute 12. We're catching those 3 very, very quickly. As expected, it is very high tempo. Killen, Gel. 11K to go. We're going up the Alpe d'Huez.
The finish line is getting close. The riders just passed the 10 kilometers road sign.
Main guy we got to watch out for, obviously,
He's trying to give his pals the
Barrow,
slip.
but we need to watch out for Uman as well. I'm back to 7 riders. Are we going that slow? Again, has regained contact. It's up to 80 riders with 8K to go. Berwick is done. Okay, Rodriguez, you're not going to go last. Made that mistake before. Let's put a couple strong guys behind you. And then we're going to put a few guys in front of you, like Killen. And then Smith. Smith is in a good spot. Sprint train style, 7K. No, we don't need a 90, but let's see. Could do with about an 86. Once we get to the front, then I can switch it up. Smith, come on. 76 climber, you should be able to get up there. Find the gap. 6.5K, come on. There's the gap. Going past Alaphilippe. Ineos starting to work to the front.
There are just 5 kilometers left.
Oh, that was Rodriguez. Shoot, did not mean to click his gel. My bad. We need to switch the order now.
The
Killen.
riders are going
There we
through a
go.
very tough
There's the
portion
first
with
acceleration. There's
percentages above
Champerson going
10%.
for it, so good
Attack
timing
with
on
the
the
finishing line within
response.
reach.
Please make sure we are right behind him. Johnson. or Millar? Millar needs to scoot up the order, please. Four and a half K to go.
It's survival of the fittest, and evolution doesn't seem to favor those
Johnson
in
and
the
Millar
rear.
not
There's a
quite
growing list
making
of
it up there
riders left
just yet.
behind.
Come on, Millar. Millar needs to take over. 3.6K. Jefferson again going. There's
Things are
Al-Philippe
hotting up at the
going.
front.
And Johnson's going to take over in just a second. 2.9K. And on to Rodriguez. Still 32 riders together, but there's clearly a front group here. 1.8K. One kilometer to go. Andrade, there's Uman. And we've pulled a gap behind us. 500 meters. They're going to take the stage, but we're going to be just behind that. Third place, Uman for the win. I will gain 4 seconds. Also, we've gained time behind us. Uman does gain a few seconds on us. That's not good, but you can see just how far back everybody else is. And no Barrow yet. Barrow's not even in the top 6. Barrow's not even in the top 9. Barrow's going to lose more than a minute. Of course, I lost a little bit of time too. I lost a few seconds to Uman, but I had a 2-minute gap on him, so... okay. Barrow crosses 12th. He was well over a minute behind. Third on the stage. Tactic worked. The team was looking strong and supportive today. Rodriguez himself, not so great. He didn't get the stage win as a result, but the team blew up that Peloton in those final few kilometers. And it really helped us out because we gained time where we needed it. Uman and Andrade, I mean, it's not good to lose time to them, but it was a small amount of time. So third on the stage. We easily could have still been there with a larger group at the end. But we blew it up, and that's good because the big one is Barrow lost time. We improved our chances in this race. All right, so we finished just 15 seconds behind. So we lose 6 seconds in time bonuses plus 15. So we only lost 21 seconds to Uman, and we had nearly 2 minutes to spare. So that's a small price to pay for what we gained, which was much more significant as Barrow adds 6 seconds to what we did, loses nearly a minute. And there you are, a minute 13 advantage heading into the time trial. A minute 29 over Uman, who definitely puts himself into reach, but Rodriguez, 79 time trial. I believe the time trial is long, so it's just long enough that it's all time trial. There's going to be a little bit of climbing in it, but not a lot. So mostly time trial. But the climbing will help some of those guys stay in reach a bit. But an 80-80 for Barrow Mountain time trial, that's tough. But with a 79, as long as we don't have bad race day condition, Barrow might beat us, but he shouldn't beat us by much. 20, 30 seconds. Hopefully we can hang on to a minute 13. Meanwhile, Uman, this is why this wasn't a big threat, losing 15 seconds to him, 20 seconds to him. He's only a 71 time trial. He's not going to beat us. Andrade is not going to beat us. We are now looking at a race for the win in that time trial. Our chances are good, but it's certainly not perfect. Barrow still could absolutely beat us. A minute 13 is something that can be overturned in a long time trial by an excellent time trialer. Rodriguez, very good. He's just a notch below Barrow. So I expect that gap to get a little bit tighter, especially when all we have is pretty much consistent plus ones. And he could be looking better than that. So, could be tight, but we've got a real shot at this thing. That's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.